Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Dragon's Den when I hoard all these headphones. So today we'll continue our battle of flagships, and many people ask whether Sonorous 6, this is Pandora Hope 6, and Sonorous 10, which one is better? Which one sounds better? So Pandora 6 was the old flagship of Final Audio. Then they introduced, I think it was like this in the history, they introduced Sonorous X, or 10, Sonorous 10. And as you may see, they look like the same, but made of different materials. Here's how they look like. So this is Pandora 6, or Sonorous 6. It was a little bit upgraded. If you see the old reviews, people say that it's too easy to manipulate the headphone here and that it falls off. But in terms, when you take Sonorous 6, it really doesn't slide so easily. So it stays on your head, it doesn't fall down, okay? So they have updated the mechanism here, it's better now. And what's really unique about these headphones is that they are a hybrid. It's really easy to take the pads out. That's how I do this. I will take them off. Also, the pads have been recently updated. They are better now than they were before. Especially in Sonorous 10, it makes a huge difference to listen on the new pads. If you haven't before, if you have heard Sonorous 10 on the old pads, please listen to them on the new pads, because this is a whole different story. And this is how Pandora 6 or Sonorous 6 looks on the inside. And you may notice this is a very nice driver in the center, and you have a dot here. This is balanced armature driver. So this is hybrid. It has two drivers. This is on the front, and it's responsible for the highs. It makes the headphone really, I would say, bright in terms of sound quality, and you really can't compare it to Sonorous 10. Why? It's completely different sound signature. These are completely two different headphones. Sonorous 10 doesn't have a balanced armature. This is only one driver, and this is titanium driver, titanium coated. And this is normal driver, normal dynamic driver. I would say that you can compare Sonorous 6 in terms of sound signature to Ultrasona Edition 5. They are a bit similar. Both of them have tight bass. Both of them have crystal clear highs. Both of them have a really nice sound stage, which is very spacious. They have a beautiful space, but different, a little bit different space. I would say Edition 5 is more crystal clear. It has even more detail than Sonorous 6, but Sonorous has better mids, a little bit better mids. I don't really like the sound of balanced armatures in general. I'm not a very big fan of them. Nevertheless, I have bought this headphone because I really like it. If I want to listen to a technical headphone that would be analytical, that would have very many details, and I would prefer a bright sound for the day, I would choose either Edition 5 or Sonorous 6 or Beyerdynamic T1 or some kind of other Beyerdynamic probably. But Sonorous 10 is a completely different story. You can't even compare these two headphones. These are completely different. So, as you may see, this is made of full metal. This is how it looks like. And I would say this is one of the most beautiful headphones on the planet Earth right now. They are also created to look prestigious in a way. And some people would call them pretentious. And I don't give a damn, really. So that's how it looked like on my head. So some people may say it's like a helmet, metal helmet. Okay. But to be honest, I wear them in my car, I wear them shopping, I wear them outside because they have a great noise isolation. This metal helmet isolates sound like nothing else. If you have ever wondered of buying headphones with no noise isolation, you can buy, for example, Bose QC25 or 35 or many other headphones that have sound isolation, but nothing will isolate sound as good as Sonorous 10. This is really superb. I wear them outside, on the street, cars are going around me, and I don't hear anything. So these are really great in terms of sound isolation, but they are bulky and heavy. If, for example, I was flying on the plane, and I take them around my neck, after 1 hour, it's really heavy. When I wear them on my ears, after half an hour, after 1 hour, it's really heavy. So I am not very delicate about my neck. I can wear them. Some people can't. Some people say these are too heavy. These were more than 500 grams, more than half a kilo. So they are heavy. And Sonorous 6 is not heavy at all. This is very light. It also has a bit of isolation. Not as good as Sonorous 10 because this is not full metal and this is lighter. And I will have a short break now and put these pads on to show you how they look on my head. This is how you put the pads on, you just roll them on. That's how it goes. Okay, I have succeeded, not yet. Here we go. Okay, so I have the pads on again. I don't have the cables attached right now, sorry for this one, because the cable is quite similar to this, but Sonorous 10 has gold cable, and this one has silver cable to match the color of the headphone itself, okay? So, this is probably made of some kind of steel, this is made of aluminium, I think, I'm not sure, and this is made of plastic, but this is really high quality plastic. Let me show you. That looks very nice. This is not like some kind of cheap plastic, so it really looks good. It looks good, but doesn't look as good as Sonorous 10, which I find to be the most beautiful headphones right now on the market, probably, but also quite pretentious. When I put Sonorous 6 on my head, that's how they look like. So probably they are not so pretentious as Sonorous 10. I can wear them on the street and maybe no one will notice. But also the sound isolation isn't as good because they are lighter and they don't fit my head as closely as Sonorous 10, which are heavy and they are like squashing my head a bit, but the pads are dampening this, of course, and when it is close to your head, the sound isolation is better. But when this is so light, it doesn't fit your head as well, as good, the sound isolation is worse. But I think I would risk driving my car with these headphones, unless it would be illegal in my country, of course. What I can say, Sonorous 10 is probably the greatest headphone on the market nowadays in terms of the richness of the midtones. The overall euphonium of these headphones is superb. I have often cried when listening to these headphones, but I was very used to listening to technical headphones like Edition 5 at the time, and when I have first heard them, I totally didn't understood what this headphone was all about. Like, this is a complete opposite of the Edition 5 Beyerdynamic T1, because Edition 5 Beyerdynamic, they take the sound and they play it far away from you. It is technical, it is very crisp, the highs are very harsh, and that's what they are all about. being technically superb and very analytical overall. And Sonorous X, maybe not analytical headphone, it is euphony headphone. It is a headphone that plays very rich sound. The overall richness of the sound is so great. It is like espresso coffee compared to Americano coffee, if you understand what I mean. You don't have to be a coffee lover to drink Americano. But if you drink whiskey, for example, if you are not used to how it tastes, if you are not used to espresso, you will taste it and it's not good. Something is wrong. I don't understand it. So the same is with these headphones. When I have listened to them for the first time, I just couldn't make out the sound. It was so much to me, so much information, so much richness, that it sounded like they were playing here, near my ears, and I couldn't figure out where were the instruments, where the players were singing, playing on the guitars and on the violins. I couldn't understand these headphones, but later I found out that on my demo unit, I have listened to the demo unit in the shop, the pads were used. And when the pads were very used, they were very flat. And when they were very flat, the headphone lost the sense of the space. There was no space. That's why I couldn't make out the instruments. Also, they have given me these headphones to listen to on Kain iDAC 6 and IHA 6 on the Kain combo, which has anti-synergy with Sonorous 10. They have only 16 ohm impedance, so you can listen to them from your phone even, but it doesn't give them justice. And you really have to get a really good amplifier and a good DAC to listen to these headphones. They may be unforgiving. For example, they sound very good on Astelland Kern 380 with amplification attached. So don't let the 16 ohms impedance fool you, because they really need good, really good DAC and amplification to sound really nice. So later I have bought these headphones. After all, even there was no sense of space, I take them out of the box. There are new pads on them, I listen to them and I find, wow, they sound great right from the start, from the box, because the pads were not used. Later I order new pads and I have found out, as I have said, that the pads were changed to a new model recently by Final Audio, and I find the new pads much better than the old ones. This is how it looks like inside. You may see it is full metal here, and the driver is 5 centimeters, and it is on the metal plate. That's how it looks like. And the new pads, Type C, are much better than the old ones. They don't look as good as the old ones, to be honest. They look a bit cheaper, but they sound much better. The sound is even more spacious. The highs are even crisper, clearer, and they don't lose their euphony in the process. So if you want the most musical headphones on the market nowadays, I really recommend you to listen to Sonorous 10, and I recommend you to ask your local dealer whether they have changed their pads, because really the sound signature changes with the pads. You should listen to them on the new pads. If you do, this is one of the greatest headphones on the market nowadays, and I would say these are my favorite headphones from all of my collection. Maybe Stax SR009 may sound better sometimes. They don't have the richness of the midtones as good as Sonorous 10, but they also are they have a great culture. even maybe better than Sonorous 10, because electrostatics tends to have better culture than dynamic drivers. But still, I can tour Staxes around, and I can take Sonorous 10 even on my plane, even in my car, even when I go to church, even when I take a walk. So this is my favorite headphone I have in the whole my collection. And why I have bought Sonorous 6, to be honest? Well, to complement my collection, just to have something to listen to when I want to have a sound signature like Edition 5. And I really like Sonorous 6 also, but they clearly lose with Sonorous 10 if you have a good amplification source. If not, Sonorous 6 may be better to attach to your phone. But if you attach Sonorous 6 and Sonorous 10 to a high-end equipment, Sonorous 10 will surely win. This is a killer headphone. So I hope you will listen to them, make your own choice. Don't do injustice to Sonorous 10. You have to give them time. I had to take many hours to really learn how to listen to them, to learn how to interpret the richness of the sound at first. But now, when I have learned what this headphone is all about, this is the greatest headphone in my collection, and I can't live one day without them. Okay, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel if you want new videos from me. Also, if you have any questions, you can ask them below the video. Also, give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give me thumbs down. And I'm waiting for you in the new video, the Battle of the Flagships. Let this battle continue.